Hey, my name is Zach Smith, and we are in New York City to go to Samsung headquarters and see what the newest tech is going to be released to the market.
Earlier this year, two brave BestReviews employees made the trek all the way out to New York in search of the answer to what makes a great TV. They talked to people and went to Samsung's headquarters to find the answer.
All right, so what's more important to you? If you're watching TV at your house, do you want visual quality over sound quality or a mixture of both?
Mixture of both is always nice. I'm a big TV guy.
So what kind of TV do you have now?
I have an LG.
Is there any other brands that you prefer?
I like Samsung too.
Nice. And how much are you willing to spend, would you say, on a TV setup?
Just a TV
The
or
whole setup with the sound bar, the TV, everything.
probably 25, 3 grand, 2,500, 3 grand.
Good news about Samsung is they kind of have everything for everyone. So the QLED is going to be for the average consumer that wants to level up their space, right? I mean, these can range anywhere from $600 to about $2,000, and you can kind of vary the specs there. And then if you want to step up and say, you know what, this is my space and I really want to kind of get the top of the line without breaking the bank completely, there's OLED. And OLED is probably the most consistent across all brands right now in terms of the top of the line. You also have the Frame series, which is a high value pick right now. Since those 2026 models just launched, you can actually find the previous generation on clearance, giving you that iconic art mode look for way less.
I feel like a lot of people, though, especially since like COVID and all these things, they don't want to go to the movie theaters. Something that I hadn't thought about investing in the past was sound. Having the AI that actually helps the TV, you know, like sometimes some parts are super loud and some parts are super quiet. You can't hear, you're constantly changing the remote to try to with the sound. And it's like, I don't want to be doing that the whole time. So this actually adjusts for that. And it even just, you know, it has this AI sensor that knows your settings and knows how you like things to be.
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool.
It goes from rich to richer, if you will, in terms of audio quality. So no, you don't need the soundbar, but if you want, you know, deep bass, loud treble, stuff like that, surround sound, it's a great upgrade.
But we actually tested it with the soundbar, but also without the soundbar to hear the sound that comes out of the quality of these TVs, and the sound that comes out of the TV quality was also just as incredible.
Yeah, I think the thing that was exciting for us is we got to learn about what's behind the technology, right? So maybe we can't afford these specific models, but we know the technology in them right now. So whether it's OLED or QLED or just even a traditional LED TV, we kind of know what's on the market and just kind of are more educated than we were before.
It was so cool having Samsung take us here, though. I mean, the campus was incredible by itself. There was so much to look at. I mean, just the sets and they build it. It's almost like this like upscale IKEA. You know, just have all of these like products laid out in every situation you can possibly imagine to see how Samsung products fit into your life.
Yeah, the hospitality there is always first class. It was great seeing all the new products in unique spaces. They showed several different ways that you can, you know, orient each product or, you know, use it in a different fashion, which I thought was awesome. And it really doesn't leave a lot for the imagination, and you can kind of see yourself or see the TV in that space.
Also, that cafeteria.
Yeah, the cafeteria was great.
That food was insane. You had so many options.
Yeah.